And lastly, we'll be hearing from David Shing.
I believe in the master of the universe, who created and put meaning into the world. I don't believe that we are here as ultimate products of any random Big Bang. I am a product of my parents, as my parents are a product of their parents, as the table by which I am standing is the result of somebody's creation. This someone who designs, creates, and limits the shape of an object can be called its master. Following this trend of thought, am I to believe that our immensely complex world is the result of a random event? In my opinion, any theory of random formation doesn't answer questions why, what is the purpose? It naturally suggests that there is no purpose, no responsibility, unless we choose to accept it in some form of society's norms and state's laws. However, laws and norms change from society to society, from time to time. Some examples of human-created laws and norms include slavery, superiority of Rome as a state doctrine, Stalin's Soviet Union, where the communist regime murdered millions for simply not supporting the party's course, Hitler's Germany, where Nazi chauvinist ideology put millions to death. I often ponder how in the highly sophisticated Germany, millions of people fell for Nazism. Is this possible that somewhere else today, a charismatic individual can pursue masses with another form of catastrophic ideology? Yes, it's possible, where people are open to substitute written in stone, do not murder, for other concepts. As for me, I'm committed to the laws that the Creator handed to humankind at Mount Sinai, the laws that my ancestors have been following for thousands of years, the laws that I have a responsibility to follow and to pass down to my descendants. Therefore, I'm glad to be a U.S. citizen, as the founding document of our nation states that we are all equal and endowed by our Creator with inalienable rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. About 2 months ago, I witnessed the following scene while picking up my cousin from a daycare center. There were 5 toddlers in a room having only 3 toys with no adult supervision for about 10 minutes. There was a war. The bigger were taken from the smaller, the stronger from the weaker. At that time, I realized once again that this is what happens unless we teach our children God's laws and ethics. The meaning is deep, though for simplicity, it can be summarized in the following expression: don't do unto others what you don't want to be done unto yourself. However, believing in God and following His laws requires great commitment and responsibility, in which I have a reflecting story. In our society, we are often measured by our success and achievements. I too strive for the best in academics and sports. In 2011, I placed 3rd in Taekwondo U.S. Nationals. The next tournament up was Pan American Games. We purchased the tickets, and I felt ready to fight for the top spots. Then I realized the tournament would be conducted on the same day as Yom Kippur, a Jewish high holiday. I was shocked that I have to choose between competing at the Pan American Games and observing the most important day of my faith. At that point, I understood that my decision would reflect on who I am and what I value. I chose observing Yom Kippur, including 25 hours of fasting. This experience helped me to understand more deeply a parable that I heard some time ago. Tell a man there are 400 billion stars, he'll believe you. Tell him a bench has wet paint, he has to touch it. We're comfortably accepting a theoretical certainty, as long as it doesn't inconvenience our lives or requires constraints and commitments. Wrapping up my speech, I would like to share one more thought. As human beings, we cannot stand not knowing or not being able to describe something. However, I believe the infinite cannot be described, as words set boundaries. Describing something means that there's something that it is not, thus immediately suggesting that it is not infinite. I believe our world is infinite in knowledge and wisdom, and has its master, creator, God. This I believe.